Rushing Manhua. Hello everyone. In the last chapters of this thing, our dear devil protagonist was very sad with the way his life was going. Nothing gave him pleasure anymore, as he had already done everything he could do throughout his 260 years of life. Hence, the butler Alfred tells him to try to act like a hero and save lives out there. Why not, right? He accepts, and then goes to a subway that was attacked by the crazy man in the gas mask, who sprayed a highly toxic gas on everyone in the carriage. Our demon punched him, causing his face to merge with the glass of the subway. After that, the only one who didn't take a single step to save herself was our almost protagonist, Kim, who fights with the devil for saving her. She says she made a pact with another devil some time ago that caused her to have all her luck taken away. Her life had been a real misfortune since then. That's why she wanted to put an end to it. That's it soon, but well, he saved her without her asking. The devil is stunned by the situation and tells Alfred to find out who the devil was that made the contract. Everyone gets out of the carriage. And on the night of that same day, the gas-crazy man attacks Kim again by pushing her off the bridge while crushing her throat. But before falling into the river, our Prota flies and takes Kim in his arms and tells her that he will find the devil that she made the contract and make mincemeat of it. And well, the chapters we're going to see today are entirely about the demon of luck then. 5 seconds to like and subscribe, or 10 years of bad luck. After diving in and saving the unlucky girl before she fell, our dear Alfred takes them aside. He supports the girl carefully on his shoulder, and our protagonist, well, he is pulled by the foot. Alfred scolds the devil, asking why he jumped into the water when he has never swum in his life. And he asks what the purpose of having wings is, since he didn't use them as he should, which are certainly made for flying, not swimming. And then the butler puts the girl on the stretcher to be treated. He says the contract ended 100 years ago, and asks who is the person who wants to offer a new contract. The devil, completely choked by the lake water, tells her not to die. Then they are taken to our protagonist's mansion. He wakes up with his arm crossed, foolishly thinking he's in Wakanda. He gets up, and suddenly when he looks to the side, he gets a huge jump scare. The girl he had saved was sleeping next to him. When he gets scared, he hits the bed dresser, causing it would fall flower vase right on top of our dear Kim's head. But the most efficient butler in the world catches it before the vase falls into the cell. He gets indignant and says that's why he always talked to the devil, purchase another bed. After all, he was sleeping on the floor. It didn't make sense to have just one bed unit in this huge mansion. Alfred gets even angrier when he sees the mess that room is in and shouts, telling the devil to clean it up. Our protagonist asks if the room isn't automatically cleaned when he leaves. The butler gives a very friendly smile, not so much so, asking if it is a joke. Automatically? If he's going to say this nonsense, he should at least give him a raise for saying such an atrocity. Our Prota counters by saying that in the human world, things were supposed to fall into place. Then he asks for the flower vase. He points to a kind of fruit that was growing in that vase and says that's why he saved the girl. But he is soon cut off by Alfred, who says he saved them both. And does it matter? Says the devil. But after all, what will this fruit be? The girl wakes up on guard, ready to fight, calling everyone evil idiots and asking where they dragged her. Alfred says that this is the mansion located in the private state of Jokyo-san Mountain in Seoul, and asks for calm. The Prota asks if she really gave her luck to a luck demon, and she asks what that was, some demon talk club? And then Alfred says no, because he is the one who takes care of this function. The devil says he will bring her luck back, and asks if she wants to make a contract with him. She asks if he said something. Make another contract again. What kind of demon is he? Is he a donkey or a demon? Then he responds that he is a demon that feeds on disillusionment. He then says that she won't lose anything by making a contract with him. He says he will just convey his feelings of disillusionment to that plant that we saw previously as if it were via Bluetooth. And then he will have a fruit contaminated by these feelings. That's the kind of contract he was talking about. He says she's lucky. He doesn't normally do contracts because they're annoying. But this was a strangely strange case. Normally, a human is needed to bear this fruit. He shows her the fruit and says that she did it in just one day. But when he realized she had already run away, Alfred says she didn't hear anything and left. She ran away from that crazy mansion. We can see the giant trail she left in the local plantation. But out of nowhere, she is caught by the armpit. Without understanding anything, she remains, kicking, and our Prota asks how she steps on other people's crops like that. She then says that it is drugs, not plantation. So the devil says it's a plant he planted with his own blood, and sister, she is so bad. While this conversation was going on, out of nowhere the plantation started to pop up, growing those special fruits without stopping. A large red trail could be seen behind the wings of our Prota. Well, I don't know how many fruits our demon favorite You Need It, but there's already enough of it. And then we go to the city, where a guy with a green cap was handing out registration cards for some events. Well, he says that was it. Many people take the cards, but when they open them, it says that it is a contract. Exchanging their luck for a perfume, whoever accepts the contract would receive a fragrance of perfume. The first guy who gets it says it's a weird concept, but as long as it's free, he'd accept it. And then he signs the contract with the demon. The guy in the green cap thanks him for signing it and tells him to get the perfume. Damn! Human beings are very stupid, right? Selling your soul for a fucking perfume. Then, the guy in the green cap is impressed, because he made more contracts that day than he imagined. People love perfume. Does he earn commission for exceeding the target? Then he scatters the cards he had distributed. No total, they are 17 people. Shortly after that, there was news on TV, which said that at 3 p.m., a 5-story building collapsed at the Seoul University Festival. Authorities are investigating the causes of the accident, but we know exactly what the cause was, right? The fireman shouts, asking if there is anyone under the debris, so he takes out some rocks and finds the guy with the green cap. The firefighter asks if he heard anyone else, and he asks how many people died. The firefighter doesn't understand anything, and responds that 17 people died, the exact number of people he contracted with the day before. After saying how many people died in the accident, the criminal gives a villainous smile and stands up saying that those people really are unlucky. Night comes, and then the demon of bad luck is there in his house laughing like a psychopath, but we can see that he did not emerge unscathed from the disaster he caused. His leg is completely bandaged with several injuries. He is watching the TV news that is showing information about the university disaster. He says at least the results were the same as always. He wonders why he can't take the dead people's unused luck, because they definitely don't use it anyway. But he had to use some luck to get out of the accident without being seriously injured. When thinking about the matter, he falls on the couch with his cell phone in his hand and wonders if it's because of the contract. He remembers that a year ago he was unable to use the luck he stole from our dear Kim for a year. The contract was still valid, so he sends a message to Kim saying he's going to see her. He says he's very lucky after all. Our dear Kim then receives the message from the luck demon. She is working in an establishment next to the university that was destroyed. There are people screaming around, cars destroyed, and then she says it's another situation like that. Then she appears on the park bench saying that definitely he has no trace of luck and starts crying. She says there must still be some way for her to make a living. How long would he continue to maintain this bizarre life? As she says this, she gets closer somebody. She wonders if she really has to die for this to end. Will her suffering only end after she starves to death without money? And then the luck demon's bastard confirms it by saying yes. She doesn't understand anything, and he asks her how she is doing, calling her by name. That's when she remembers who he is, taking her back to the day she made the pact with her, when he said that from the exact moment they made the pact, she would have a terrible and miserable life. She turns pale and asks him why he is there. He says he is interested in visiting a person who made a pact a year ago, and then a knife falls to the ground, and he says he's surprised it's held out all this time. He says he has to make sure that every person he makes a contract with dies sadly. Only then will his luck return. He asks the girl why she hasn't already died. She tells him to give her luck back. He asks her what she said. She then said she heard her luck would return if she finished her contract with him, and then she reinforces it angrily, telling him to give her back her luck. He holds her hand with a knife pointed at himself and asks her if she can't pass the fishmonger on him. Then he hits her hand, saying it's a shame. He says that anyway, she couldn't escape her miserable life using that knife, because no matter what she does, she's not fit to kill him. Even with an opportunity in the form of a knife, he sees no other way out, so he tells her not to die. She holds the knife shaking with more force. It's then that the demon of luck looks back in amazement, and out of nowhere he is stabbed in the back by Kim, who pushed that thing with all her strength. That's all, guys. Leave a like and subscribe to follow the next videos. If you want to continue this work, or there is another one that you want to become a video, comment below. Bye!